Hi, and welcome to the Guy Who Sews podcast, episode 9. My name is Sean, and I live in coastal Virginia with my wife Amanda, our 3 dogs, Bandit, Copper, and Finley, and our turtle Rowena, who you may see swimming in the background occasionally. This podcast is a weekly thing that I do, and it's about my quilting adventures and the projects I have been doing. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It is so great to see you here. I hope you enjoy this video, and go ahead and check out my previous videos and see what I've been up to prior to this week. If you enjoy it, consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, and it definitely helps me out, and also helps you find my future content. If you're one of my returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back. It is always great to see each and every one of you each week. You can find me on Instagram as The Guy Who Sews, Facebook as The Guy Who Sews, and my email is theguywhosews@gmail.com. All this information will be listed in the description below. So, moving on to works in progress. As most of you guys know that have been watching my previous episodes, I've been working on the bear paw quilt. Last week I had finished 16 of the 20 blocks, and I am excited to say that the 20th block is now complete. This is block 17, which I completed on Monday, I believe it was. And then, as I mentioned to you guys last week, there was 3 blocks that I had to cut out more fabric from because the line was only 17 fabrics and they were asked us to reuse 3 of the colors. So I asked you guys, a lot of you guys said light colors, which I was leaning towards, and the first one I chose was this one, which is a very light lemony yellow, and then this pink. And then one of my colleagues, who is a viewer here, suggested rainbow, and it just so happened that I was looking through the fabrics that I had used previously, and one of the blocks was a rainbow, which was this one. And so I looked at the rest of that fabric, and it turned out like this, which I think is absolutely stunning. So I think that's going to be the great block number 20. And so I'm excited that it's done. So now it's just a matter of doing the sashing and the borders, and we can finish that one and move on. I have not gotten around to cutting out the fabric for the As Luck Would Have It quilt. That is something I plan on doing later this weekend. But I did get actually a few finished objects. Most of them were toys for Finley. So let's go ahead and take a look at the week in review video that I put together real quick, and then I'll show you what I got finished. I hope you enjoyed the week in review. I really do find quilting as therapeutic and just a great way for me to unwind at the end of the day. I have been trying to do 30 minutes at least each night, and I believe I succeeded in that, except for Wednesday when I was unraveling Finley's knitting experience. But yeah, basically I didn't get anything finished because I was basically working on the bear paw mostly. But I did get one item finished. Friday night, I decided to make a little mug rug because I'd seen a lot of these floating around on Facebook, and I just used some scrap fabrics, threw it together real quick, and that's the back of it. And that way I can put my coffee cup or water cup on there. I just thought it'd be something fun to do. So that is a completed object, and you saw I did fix several of Finley's toys. Well, she decided to take it upon herself to try and make another hole in several of them. So moving on to acquisitions. On Tuesday morning, I looked at my mailbox and I was excited to see a package from our friends at Cotton Cuts. I had won a fat quarter from them earlier in the month, and it showed up, and here it is. And it is a really, really neat fabric. I'm very picky when it comes to fabrics, but this is one that I love. And my wife, Amanda, is a knitter, and she believes it looks like knitting. I don't quite see that, but, we all view things differently. If you do enjoy knitting or know someone that does like knitting, she has a podcast, Dog Mom Knits. The link will be in the description below, and she would love it if you checked out her channel. I also got later that day this which I ordered from my friend Yvette Renee, and it's called Cooper by Riley Blake, and it's a charm pack, and these are the fabrics that are in the collection, and I'm going to be using that in 2 weeks' time, or just less than 2 weeks, on So Becca's live on Friday, March 4th. I'm going to be joining about 6 other content creators online with her during the live, and we're going to make a quilt during the event, and it's going to be a charm pack and up to 2 yards of other fabric, and I haven't quite decided what pattern or whatever fabric I'm going to use to complement this yet. I'm going to try and draw some inspiration during the week or when I go to the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Show next week. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. So if you have any ideas, definitely let me know. But I'm sure I'll come up with something in the next week or so, because time is running out. So that pretty much concludes the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your comments and suggestions, and we will see you all again next week. I hope you have a great week, and happy sewing. Bye.